Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Video Game Beat. My name is Rob, and here we are again, another week, which means some more gaming news. But before we get into the stories of the week, just want to remind you guys, remember the Video Game Beat is a weekly video game podcast that covers some of the big news that happened that week. If you are watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. Go right ahead and hit that thumbs up button, comment down below so I can see what y'all have to say, and subscribe and share this video on social media so that way your friends can check it out. But let's say you don't want to watch the video. Well, then head on over on your phone or whatever you use to listen to podcasts and check it out there in audio format. Sometimes you're on the road, sometimes you're shopping, sometimes you're playing tennis with the dog and you just can't watch something in the moment. Well, there you go. You can listen to the Video Game Beat on any podcast service right over there. Don't forget to rate it. And like I said, share it on social media so that way other people can check out the podcast. But without further ado, let's jump into the week's news. All right. First story on the list. This is an easy one. I have no link. This isn't from any news site. I just want to make it known to the world. The PlayStation 5 is now out there in the hands of journalism and personalities. Guys, we're almost there. We're getting closer and closer to the release date of not only the PlayStation 5, but also the Xbox Series X/S. And it's very exciting. Xbox Series X and S was already in the hands of some of the influencers out there, journalists and tech whizzes out there. And everyone's been waiting to see when's PlayStation going to do it. Well, today, the day that I am recording this video, is the day that they're getting into the hands of personalities, news sites, and influencers on YouTube. I've been seeing IGN, GameSpot, Kind of Funny. You get your MKBHDs, your iJusteens on YouTube. They're getting their hands on these consoles already, and it's very exciting. So far, the only thing that they can show is just the box and nothing else. They can't open it up. Or at least to my understanding, based off of what I've heard from some people, they're not even able to open it up yet until a certain date that will allow them to film their reaction and then post that video up on their site on that designated day. Obviously, they had to sign some NDAs to make sure that nothing gets into the open too early. This is an interesting time we live in, guys. COVID is obviously over our entire world and is causing different ways that these tech companies have to show off these new pieces of tech to the world, and by sending them to them without getting everyone to fly in to one hub and trying it out right there for themselves. So it's exciting. I can't wait. What does this mean to us normal people? Not really that much, but to me, the way I took it is this is a milestone. This is just another step in the direction of we're getting closer to the release to the PS5, and I cannot wait, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Can't wait. Story number 2. The Twitch DMCA causes worry for streamers. This comes from IGN's Matt TM Kim. So if y'all haven't been keeping up with the news regarding Twitch has been hitting a lot of streamers with DMCAs. DMCAs are kind of like a strike against the channel for using content that is not theirs, such as music or other things like that are striking their videos, and not necessarily their live videos, but some of the videos that they had in their catalog of clips or past broadcasts. And what's weird about that is the fact that a lot of these streamers have had to go back and just start deleting all their stuff from before, so that way they do not get hit by any of these DMCAs. Now, a lot of big Twitch streamers did get email from Twitch themselves saying that they were hit with the DMCA. It is not being considered as a strike, but they did go ahead and just delete the content from their channel without letting them know. And with that, it's that thing that we always thought Twitch was it was going to get there someday, but we never knew exactly when. We know that we cannot just use any kind of music that we want to, or certain types of content on YouTube, because obviously you'll get hit with a strike or a claim. And now we're starting to see that with Twitch. And it was a matter of time that it was going to happen, but we didn't know it was going to come this early. And it has. And what's weird about that is I've seen some stories of certain people that make music on their own and not necessarily go through big record labels, and even their own content that they're playing their own music on their own channels is getting hit, which is really strange. This comes from a streamer, Devin Nash, on Twitter. He says, "It is insane that Twitch informs partners they deleted their content and that there is more content in violation despite having no identification system to find out what it is. The solution to DMCA is for creators to delete their life's work. This is pure gross negligence." This is from streamer Devin Nash on Twitter, and he posts a bit of the email that he received from Twitch. And that is the thing that's been causing a bit of confusion, is the fact that Twitch is letting them know, look, this is you got hit with the strike, and it, like, not necessarily a strike's not gonna be counted towards you, but here's a warning. Make sure nothing like this happens again, or else you're going to get a strike from here on out. But they're not giving them the facts as to what is the exact content that they need to delete. The other day I was on Twitch and I saw Dr. Lupo was on. So I clicked his stream, but he wasn't streaming. What was going on is that his stream was live, but he had some sort of bot going through all of his content, just deleting all his past broadcasts. And it's sad, man. It's almost as if like you had a YouTube channel for 10 years and let's say all of a sudden you got hit with a strike saying some things on your channel are copyright infringement and you need to get rid of it. And they're not telling you what it is, but you got to get it done. So all of a sudden you get to just delete all your life's work. And that really does bite, man. And it's sad because of the fact that you put in all this time and all these clips are back there for the fans to go back to and watch whenever they want, but not anymore. So that is a big deal that is happening right now with Twitch. We'll see what happens with that and what they plan on going forward in regards to giving more details and actually giving you a bit of a better idea as to what it is you need to do to actually fix the problem that they need you to fix in regards to copyright infringement or any DMCA takedowns. So keep an eye on that. We'll see how this story evolves over time. But along the lines of Twitch, we're going to go into story number 3, AOC's Unbelievable Among Us stream. So if y'all don't know, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, it recently went on Twitch to kind of utilize the platform as a way to encourage the viewers to go out and vote. But along with that, some crazy numbers popped up from that stream. I don't know if y'all remember. I think to this date, it is by far the stream with the highest amount of views. And it was something around like 560,000 views. At one time, we're watching Ninja and Drake play Fortnite a couple years ago. And that was the highest views that Twitch has ever seen. And in one day, AOC goes on Twitch to play Among Us with a couple streamers. We got Dr. Lupo, Pokimane, Hasa Abi, and just a couple other streamers going on to play. And in between rounds, she would stop and talk with the people, talk with the viewers, talk with her followers, and encourage them to go vote. But that stream in and of itself pulled in 435,000 viewers at one time. That was at its peak. 435,000 viewers. And as a matter of fact, they give the info to what was the highest one. It wasn't 560. It was 635,000 viewers at one time watching Drake and Ninja play Fortnite. So, and that is coming from Ninja, who is a professional gamer who built his viewership on Twitch and then bringing in a megastar like Drake to come on and play with them. And that was with years of work. This is in one day AOC goes on Twitch to play Among Us and utilize it to encourage people to vote. And she pulls in 435,000 viewers. That is crazy. And that actually shows you the kind of power that Twitch has and the creativity that these people in Congress and any of those up in the ranks in regards to DC and the U.S. representatives and that kind of stuff, you can see how they can utilize these other platforms to speak to a newer group of people that are necessarily probably not paying attention, but a newer way to get their attention as well. So it was interesting. It was absolutely crazy to see the kind of numbers that she herself can pull in. Is she going to stream anymore? I don't know. I know AOC does like video games. She speaks about the fact that she enjoys playing video games a lot here or there. So we'll see if she pops on anymore or if anyone else is wanting to utilize this platform the same way that she did. We know that Bernie Sanders and Trump had accounts on Twitch themselves, but never utilized them in any kind of way that brought any viewership like AOC did. So keep an eye out, guys. See if anyone else comes around to try to utilize the platform the same way that she did. Moving on to story number 4. Batista to play Fenix in newest Gears 5 update. This comes straight from IGN's Miranda Sanchez. So on the Xbox Series X, we got a little bit from the Coalition talking about the graphical capabilities and what they're bringing new to the Xbox Series X in regards to Gears 5. And along with a big multiplayer update and a new game plus and other bits and pieces, something cool that they added is the fact that you can change the skin of I lost it. Where was it at? Because Batista has always been speaking about the fact that if they ever made a live action movie of the game, he wants to play the main character, Fenix. Yeah, that's his name, Fenix. So you can actually change the skin of Marcus Fenix and make it Batista, which is a really cool inside thing that only the big fans will know. But that's such an interesting, shake up in the fact that you can completely play this game with a whole new character technically. It's almost like the Peter Parker effect on how Insomniac went about to changing the looks of Peter Parker with a new actor. And to me, I said before in a couple episodes back that just because of the fact that they changed his entire look makes me want to go back and play the game all over again to get used to this newer looking Peter Parker. Even though he sounds the same because it's the same voice actor, he does look different and I want to get used to that. And with this, it gives the players a reason to go back and play. Either they have already passed the entire game and they can go back and do a new game plus with a whole new set of skins for Marcus Fenix and other characters such as that. So keep your eyes out. Check it out, guys. It's on IGN by Miranda Sanchez, going over all the different things in regards to new game plus details, 2 new difficulty modes, Iron Man and Inconceivable, character skins for Kate, Dell, and JD, weapon skins, jack upgrades, carryover, mutators, and new achievements, and a lot more. So go check that out on IGN, guys. Next story, all in regards to Xbox. We got story number 5 by Phil. It comes straight from, it's not by Phil Spencer. This comes straight from The Verge. Supposedly, Phil Spencer hints at Xbox TV sticks. I've been thinking that Xbox would be doing this for the longest time. And if y'all don't remember, when everyone was theorizing as to what the Xbox Series S was going to be, before we knew what it looked like, before we even knew exactly what it was even going to be, there was rumors circulating that it was going to be a stick that you just stick into the side of your TV, almost like a Google Chromecast, and you'll be able to access Xbox Game Pass or utilize the X Cloud through that Xbox stick into your TV and access all these games through the cloud. And as a matter of fact, Phil Spencer went out to say that they are actually thinking about doing that. Spencer says, I think you're going to see lower price hardware as part of our ecosystem when you think about streaming sticks and other things that somebody might want to just go plug into their TV and go play via xCloud. You can imagine us even having something that we could just include in the Game Pass subscription that gave you an ability to stream xCloud games to your television and bind the controller. This is so interesting, and it's a given. I felt they were going to go in this direction. And this makes me excited, and it also makes me sad because I wish that PlayStation would also do something like this. And maybe they will, and we don't know. This doesn't seem like something that PlayStation would do. But what's so cool about this is the fact that for me personally, for the Xbox that I'm going to have, it's going to be upstairs on this desk being used for Twitch streams and stuff like that. And I'm not going to be moving it around to my bedroom or the downstairs living room. But with these TV sticks, we don't know how much it's going to be, but if it's just a stick that's accessing a cloud, it can't be that much. I think Google Chromecasts are about $35. So if you have a stick that you can just stick into the side of your TV, I can play my games anywhere in my house without moving my giant Xbox Series X around the place. And not only that, if you are somebody who wants to get into the next gen, but you don't have the money to drop on a $500 console or a $300 console, well, go right ahead and just drop $35, $45. We don't know the price yet. This is just me theorizing on a thumb drive that you put on the side of your TV and go buy a controller, which will be around $60, I think. And then right there already, you can start playing games through the Xbox Game Pass. A huge library right there and then, much cheaper than even buying the Xbox Series S. So this has cool possibilities, and this shows you the kind of direction that Microsoft was wanting to go. They really want to dominate this market in a different way. While PlayStation is wanting to go the old route and want to stick with consoles, you can see that Microsoft is wanting to expand their vision and try to get Xbox in the hands of so many people. And this is really, really cool. And I've always been rooting for Xbox because they've had it bad for a while now, and that's their fault. They had such a bad run when it came with the Xbox One, and trying to catch up with PlayStation, it wasn't going to happen. But this is now their second chance, and I think they are able to pull something and actually show that they are able to compete in the race. And they're not necessarily competing directly with PlayStation. We have the three giants all competing in their own races now, but it's trying to see if one can overtake the other in regards to mind share, in regards to the economy of video games. And it looks like right now, Xbox is really wanting to just be in everybody's hands. So I can't wait to see when this happens, or when does this come out. It's not going to come out this year. They're trying to promote their new consoles. If anything, this might come out next holiday season or the year after that, or maybe just a silent launch that they just put out into some Best Buys or put it up on their store and you can buy it and not make that big of a deal about it, and then do a bigger deal over time. But again, we'll see where we go from there. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. It's very exciting. Story number 6. This one makes me extremely, extremely excited. This comes straight from Eurogamer. Hideo Kojima confirms a new project is in development. So this comes straight from Kojima Productions on their Twitter. It says, Kojima Productions confirms a new project is in development and is looking to hire the best-in-class talent to work out of our Tokyo studio. For more information on the openings requirements, please visit our website. And then they give the website on their Twitter account. This is very exciting. And then it's not the fact that we didn't know when they were going to make another game. We know Kojima Productions, to be exact, we're going to make another game. We know they were going to. Now, does this mean that Kojima's making the game? I'm not 100% sure yet. And the only reason why is because in recent interviews, Kojima said that he really wants to expand and just do more TV/movies, some other kinds of production. Now, let's not forget, Kojima has been saying that he's been wanting to do that for so many years. And Kojima says he wants to do a lot of things, but he never really gets to do them because I think we get some other people in higher places that are willing to fork over a lot of money for him to do something else. And I think he goes with the smarter decision. But again, this is exciting because if Kojima is actually already working on his next game, what is that going to be? And then how soon can we see it? Because we know that Kojima does not like waiting to show you what a game's going to look like and then 6 months later that's when it releases. That's not how he works. He shows you what the game looks like and then we're going to get little tidbits for the next 3 or 4 years until the game comes out. And for some people, I don't like that. For some people don't enjoy seeing games so early, almost like the God of War tease that we got from the recent PlayStation 5 showcase. A lot of people didn't like that. I was excited, but if I were to be honest, I did not like that. I didn't really want to see that. It was just a logo. I want to see some gameplay. That's what I want to be introduced to when it comes to a big announcement regarding like God of War Ragnarok. But there's an exception to the rule, and that exception to the rule is Kojima, because he always does something in a way that just always keeps you at the edge of your seat and always wanting more and always scratching your head like, what is he making? I don't even understand what's going on here. But that's what he does best. So I've been thinking to myself, what is the next game that Kojima could be making? Is it Death Stranding 2? I don't think so. I think he's done with Death Stranding. As a matter of fact, I think based off of him constantly saying that he was already done with Metal Gear, I think with Metal Gear Solid 3, I think now that he has left Konami and he's able to do his own thing, I'm pretty sure he wants to just make one story and be done with it. Actually get a feeling for what that feels to make a standalone story and move on to the next one. If Sony is still working with Kojima, because as we remember, when Kojima left Konami, Sony went and acquired Kojima Productions as kind of like a second party kind of deal for him to make a game for them, but they did not acquire his production company. They are independent in and of itself. So after they made Death Stranding, Kojima Productions is now free to go make games wherever they want to. They can go make a game for Xbox if they want to. It just counts on who's willing to give the money to them to make an exclusive if they want to, or to fund their next project. So with that being said, if I was Sony, I would look back to see what was one of the biggest things that Kojima recently made, or what is something that the fans really, really want to see. And I think there's one thing in particular that all the fans want to see Kojima make. If y'all don't remember, a couple years ago, in the early life of the PlayStation 4, we were introduced to a playable teaser that was released by Kojima Productions when he was with Konami that ended up being one of the best horror experiences of all time, and ended up being a tease for what he was planning on making with Guillermo del Toro and what was it, Junji Ito, the horror manga artist, Silent Hills. So there's been all these rumors of PlayStation wanting to buy the IPs of Metal Gear, Silent Hills, Castlevania, all these different IPs from Konami, take them for their own, and then go and give them to other developers to make these games in their own way with these IPs. If I was them, either I bought Silent Hills and gave it to Kojima, or if they're not doing that and they can't get those IPs, I would go to Kojima and say, hey, just make a horror game just like you were planning on doing with Silent Hills. Because if there's anything that the fans would go crazy about, it will be a Silent Hills game. Do you get Norman Reedus back? I don't see why not. Norman Reedus and Kojima look like they have such a great relationship. I think Norman Reedus will come back and do anything for Kojima. So I'm excited to see what it is. Are we going to see anything this year in regards to the teaser of what he is working on next? Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. Will we see it at the Game Awards? I wouldn't doubt it. He can make a CG trailer that means absolutely nothing, but people will go crazy about it. So look out. See what is happening on the grapevines regarding Kojima's next game. I can't wait and see. I can't wait and see. Kojima is one of my favorite developers ever. So anything he does makes me extremely excited. And now for our last story of the day. This comes straight from IGN. We get our first look of Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. Now, before these photos started releasing, we were getting photos of Nolan North, which is the voice of Nathan Drake from Uncharted 1 all the way for the rest of the entire series. We were getting photos of Nolan North on set with Tom Holland, kind of both of them talking with each other. And it was a cool photo to see, kind of like the passing of the torch kind of thing. Almost like, hey, the voice actor is talking with the new actor who's playing the younger version of that character in an actual live action movie. And it was pretty cool. Easter egg, though, if you didn't notice, is that the clothing that Nolan North is wearing, the t-shirt that he is wearing, that was going to be the OG actual shirt that Nathan Drake was going to wear in the video games. So I think they're working on in the movie that he's going to have a cameo, Nolan North, in the Uncharted movie, which would be really, really cool. But other than that, after these photos were surfacing and, some not banter, but conversations between Nolan and Tom Holland went ahead and released a photo of himself as Nathan Drake in the new Uncharted movie. And I gotta say, guys, it won me over right away. I did not know what to expect. Honestly, when I think of Nathan Drake, I think of a much older guy, not too old, but like in his late 30s. And Tom Holland's a young dude, so I did not know what kind of direction they were wanting to go with. I know they mentioned they wanted to do a younger Nathan Drake, and we got a young Nathan Drake in Uncharted 3, but he was younger than what Tom Holland is, so he was going to be like an in-betweenish kind of state. So again, no one knew what was going on. This movie has been in just development hell for a while. It was going to start filming. It didn't start filming. They got a director. They kicked the director off. Like, it's been all over the place. And now they're filming it. And with Tom Holland posting this photo, he looks like Nathan Drake. He sells the part. And it actually makes sense as to why Sony will want to go the route of getting a younger actor, such as Tom Holland, to play Nathan Drake as a younger Nathan Drake. You can already read it as by seeing this image. They want to make as much movies of this kind as possible. They're going to want to try to make as many Uncharted movies as possible. They kind of want to go the Indiana Jones route. They want someone who's young that can grow up in the role and then obviously make 6 movies, 10 movies? I don't even know. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it's interesting to see what they have planned if this movie does well. Is it going to do well? I don't know. I am still upset that they got Mark Wahlberg to play Sully because that character is such an awesome character, and I would have loved to see Nolan North play Sully or someone else, but not Mark Wahlberg. So that's my only criticism with who they casted so far, is that I guess we'll see how Mark Wahlberg does as Sully. That character is such a big deal in the games and has such a big presence that I'm not sure if Mark Wahlberg can actually fulfill those big shoes. But I guess we'll have to wait and see till the movie comes out. Next year? We'll see whenever theaters start opening back up, or if they open up again, to see what they plan on doing with this movie. But yeah, that's the end of the show, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Remember, this is the Video Game Beat, a weekly video game podcast that covers all the week's big gaming news. Remember, if you're watching on video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and share this on social media so that way your friends can see it and check it out. And if you're listening, don't forget to rate the podcast and share this on your social media so that way everyone can see this podcast, guys. And on top of that, remember, you can follow me or the channel on Twitter at Ambitious Casual. It's that simple. Just go to Twitter at Ambitious Casual, or you can go to the Facebook page, Ambitious Casual, or the Instagram page, Ambitious Casual. It's all simple. It's all easy. You can find it right off the bat. Or you can come watch the Twitch streams. Twitch.tv/. You got it, Ambitious Casual. Till next time, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Peace out.